sections were very technical on Saturday, almost a European style, so I think it was great practice for all of us. But it almost felt like I wasn't riding that well just because you really had to muscle your way through it. And if you're off your line just an inch, it was really easy to fall in some holes and take some points. So overall, I was happy with my riding, just really had to force a lot of stuff. And there were some slick ones, and really happy with my Dunlop tires, hooking up really well and landing not quite perfectly on the point, and they were able to flex and hold me on line. So overall, a good day and a good result.
Saturday started out really rough. I was super nervous because I hadn't really ridden a national since last year, or really any trials at all. And getting used to the 1.5-minute time limit again was tricky. So it started out shaky. Towards the end of the day, I really got my bearings and was able to ride well. But I came up, 2 points shy of second, so I ended up third. So it was a good day. Wish I would have learned more earlier, but I got there.
Saturday was good. I had a bad first loop, so that was a little rough. I had 33 points, had a lot of fives, slipped a lot of places, had a lot of threes, and so that kind of hurt me. Final results on Saturday, but then I went down to a 29. So small improvement, I was stoked about that, but then my last loop really stepped it up. I went 6 cleans and 6 threes, and came out with an 18-point loop. So huge improvement over the last 2 loops. And it was nice because I was really riding like I knew I could. Splatters felt on point. So that's a lot of fun. When you're splattering really good, you get to go up some really big rocks, so that was cool.
Saturday actually started really rough for me. First couple sections, I had 2 unfortunate fives, and that put me back, and I had to fight in my second and third loops. I kept a consistent pace and rode way better to pull it into a second, and I'll take it. I was very happy with it, despite the flaws at the beginning.
Saturday was pretty rough for me. It wasn't the results I was looking for. I ended up 3rd place, and I missed 2nd place by 1 point, and Drew ended up getting the win. Alex was able to close the points.
Saturday was a really good day for me. It started off a little bit rough with a 30-point loop, and then after that I corrected a few errors and ended the day with 2 20-point loops. But overall, it was a very technical, wet, slippery day, and my bike worked perfect in it, and I had fun, and it was a good day, and I managed to come out with a win on top.
The sections on Sunday seemed a little bit more difficult. We also had to deal with some rain going into the second loop. That changed things up quite a bit. I had a couple fives on the first loop, and I was able to minimize those down to 1.5 each loop on loops 2 and 3. So overall, I had some good rides, but I also had some that I'm a little bit disappointed in. So I have something to motivate me for the next rounds, and hopefully keep riding good and keep improving.
Sunday was an interesting day. It started off really well. The rain came and it made things harder, but luckily I got out front really fast and got quite a few sections done on my second loop before I had to deal with the wetness. But I was able to push through a lot of sections and just kind of use my strength to get through, and it ended up working for me, and I ended up taking second. So really happy with how I rode today and the strategy I used. So excited to go to Arkansas and see what we can do there.
Sunday was a good day. I had a lot of fun today, and it was some good riding in there, but it was just some unlucky things that happened with the rain. It was happening to everyone for sure, but it's super frustrating to get to the top of the rock, lose your balance slightly, go to put your foot down and save your balance, and slip off the top of the rock and fall down another 12 feet. So that happened a couple times today, but other than that, I was able to put in a few good rides there and maintain that 5th position on the podium. Andy Nieder's right up on my tail, but I was happy to hold him off this weekend and not let him beat me at all. I had some good rides, had some spectacular things that made me feel like Pat, so that's good. And I'm pretty pleased with this weekend.
Sunday started way more positive. I felt better on the bike. I kept my pace a little better on the first loop. I didn't take quite so long, and I put in some really solid rides. And for the second loop, it started to rain. Conditions got much slicker. I was able to keep my same consistency coming into the second loop, and I actually was really happy to have loop scores under 10 points.
Sunday was an okay day for me. I started out really well, and then right after I was ending my first lap, started my second, the rain started to come and made things a lot more slipperier. I started making a lot more mistakes, and eventually those mistakes led up to me, and I ended up second behind Alex, so congrats to him, but now we're looking forward to Arkansas.
Sunday was even better for me. I started off with a 32-point loop, I think, And but then after that, I managed. Well, during my second loop, it started raining, so it started to my riding started to go downhill because it was raining. But then after that, I pulled off a 17-point last loop, and it was awesome. And I had lots of fun, and my bike worked great.